Hello, and welcome to the 236th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Brucker, and I'm coming to you live here from Casa de Brucker, where we're going to be playing another game of What's on Tap. And today, from Funky Buddha Brewing Company, we are going to be having the Funky Buddha Floridian, which is their Hefeweizen or Weiss beer. So let's go ahead and waste no time and talk about it. First, we'll smell it. Rating on this beer, it rates an 85 out of 100, but both me and my lovely bride Jean think that should be rated higher because we both do enjoy this beer very much. The beer clocks in at 5.2% alcohol by volume, so it's right there in that perfect range for a wheat. And I'm going to go ahead and smell it. We'll talk about it, okay? Now, this is a unfiltered Bavarian style wheat, but it is made in Florida, okay? And the smell is a typical Bavarian Hefeweizen smell. You get like the banana, the clove, and there's like a citrusy smell to it, and somewhat of like a bready type smell, like almost like a banana bread, if you will, because you get a little bit of banana with the bread. So you see, even though the head's dissipated because I poured this a little bit ago, good head retention means the carbonation is spot on. You can see, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but the cloudiness, so the beer, is an unfiltered beer, which is what a good Hefeweizen should be. So let's go ahead and taste it. There's no time like the present, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've had a few of these in my day, but really excited to have it on tap here at the house. And you do get a nice banana-ish type flavor. You'll get a little bit of spice, which is probably the cloves kind of coming through on that. Just a phenomenal everyday drinking beer, which is why we have it on tap. I tend to, throughout the year, get kegs that I can drink as like an everyday beer. And then around the holidays, I'll typically get a Christmas beer, which is a higher octane, which this year happens to be the St. Bernardus, okay? But you can't drink 10% alcohol beer all day, or, too much, you know what I mean? So I always have the Hefeweizen as my lighter option, so I can either have one of those, the higher octane ones, then maybe one of these afterwards, so I can not be drinking all 10% alcohol, because that might not be good on the liver, I wouldn't think. And this is a treat. Funny story, I used to not be a big fan of the Floridian, and I can tell you why. It will not be named, but there is a bar out there, not in this immediate area, not in Oviedo, but there's a bar out there. We're not going to name names or anything like that, but apparently they don't clean their lines, because every time I would order a Floridian, because it was like the best beer that they had at this place, it tasted awful. And I got to the point that I thought it was the Floridian. But the truth is it turns out that I really love Floridian, and I've been drinking quite a bit of it lately. But I have to have it in clean beer lines. If you go to a bar and you like this beer and you taste it and it just tastes off, it's probably the beer lines. They don't clean them on a regular basis, which will ruin your beer. So for a long time, I wouldn't even order a Floridian out because I was unfortunately blaming the wrong person. I was blaming the wrong people. I was blaming Funky Buddha when I should have been blaming the bar. Since then, I go to bars that have clean lines, beer lines, and I don't have that problem. It's actually a very, very good everyday Hefeweizen that you can truly enjoy. And I do. I really do enjoy it. So, you know, this is Funky Buddha Brewery is down in Florida. We talked about that. They were purchased back in 2017 by Constellation Brands, which I'm happy and I love getting kegs of this because I own stock in Constellation Brands, so I don't mind, you know, spending my money because I know I'm getting my returns too. So, phenomenal beer. So if you've enjoyed this, make sure you tell your friends about Beer Issues and how much fun we're having talking about great beer and drinking great beer. If you want any cool Beer Issues gear like Beer Issues t-shirts, hats, phone cases, you name it, we got it all. Go to shop.beerissues.com. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.